What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here. Delarose.com. DELARROZ.com. And we are reviewing the Archie Varsity Edition Volume 2. Now, I did Volume 1 last week. This is the reboot Archie, which was done by Mark Waid, and Fiona Staples was the first artist, and it's gone through rotating artists ever since then. It is an oversized book, which I appreciate. I really like reading oversized art. And this volume contains 10 issues. The first one contained 12, so I feel like we got pared down a little bit, which was kind of annoying. But I got this in that 50% off sale, and it was already discounted on their website as it is. So got this under 10 bucks. Can't complain too much for the price. All right. So we have Lori Masamuto, who's helping to write with Mark Waid through chapters 13 through 17. I did not notice a difference between the writing with Lori Masamuto or without. Art is by Joe Eisma and Pete Woods throughout, and here we go. I do think the art is not quite as good as the Fiona Staples stuff through here. It's kind of moved to a little bit more generic stuff, some funky, wonky looking faces and figures at points. So definitely a cut there, unfortunately. But the storyline continues all right. At the beginning of this, Veronica has gone off to some girls' college in Switzerland or something like that because she was forced out of town. Archie's missing her. They're depressed, and she meets this gal, Cheryl Blossom, who's a part of the Archie universe here, and becomes like another rival to Veronica. And so I love stuff like this, actually, innovative little panels, where she's actually telling the backstory of what happened in the first 12 issues just through a few pictures. We actually don't, have to go through her telling what happens like a lot of stuff. It just moves on. That's a pretty cool thing for the pacing, especially as there's a lot of talky dialogue at the beginning here. But it's very much teenage drama at this point, and Veronica is trying to fit in at this school and actually kind of take over for Cheryl Blossom, who thinks she's the queen there. And Archie's trying to just move on with his life, is what goes on here. We get some backstory stuff, and this Veronica stuff really blows up in this issue, where she really takes down that Cheryl lady, which is pretty fun. Issue 15, Jughead has to plan a party, and this is really the annoying part of the entire series so far. Total unnecessary. It's just that kind of SJW derpy, which has to be inserted into everything, right? Didn't happen in the first volume. I was hoping they wouldn't. I kind of knew that they had this Kevin guy because they made that whole deal of the first gay Archie whatever several years back, which didn't have to do with this volume. That was somebody else. But this story right here has one, you came to me because I'm gay. So they just wanted to announce that they had a gay character. Has nothing to do with anything, except for anything. I guess it's a punchline to this joke, and they just wanted to show how woke they were. Could have just cut that out, had no issue with anything. It does not come up again. It just had to insert that just to show how woke they were. Very, very annoying that books have to do this these days. Oh, well. And it continues on, and eventually Reggie ends up causing problems. The Cheryl girl comes to town, and she wants to get Archie in order to just kind of annoy Veronica, basically. And as she gets closer to Archie and tries to flirt with him and all that, she's really manipulative, really good. There's really good plot right in here. Excellent stuff. Very clever all the way around through this. She finds out that Archie's kind of a dork. And she's like, eh. And Veronica comes back to town and gets her Archie back. So, yeah. Veronica's definitely, I would say, best girl in this. Betty really is in the background, doesn't get Archie's attention at all. So in terms of that triangle dynamic of the classics, it's not too much of a triangle. Like Betty just kind of is second fiddle, and that's how it's been through this entire series so far. Betty meets this nerd guy, and I guess has a good time with him also. Doop-a-doo. And then we get into another plot with Veronica where her father's like manipulating some sort of deal to try to get her away from Archie. And she doesn't like that. So, okay. So at the end of this one, Archie has a problem, like goes out and does a stupid thing in his car. There's a car crash. It looks like Betty's gonna die, or and ends up in the hospital and all that. Very tense moments through here, and we just kind of wait to find out what goes on, and she ends up alive at the end of the 3 issues there. We get some backstory stuff in there too, which is really nice. And it ends on a cliffhanger. Why can't I feel my legs? And then, what's gonna happen there? Annoyingly ends right there. I got very invested again with this Betty storyline. I thought it was very good. The artist on this one, I can't remember. The second artist, I guess. I can't really tell too much of a difference between the style in the first series and this style here. It's all right. Like I said, I preferred Fiona Staples in the first volume, so I'm kind of sad on that level, but it still looks pretty good. And you get all these alternate covers in the back, which they have a bunch of them. So that's this volume. Other than the one woke moment, which was annoying, I enjoyed it. I thought that the Veronica versus Cheryl Blossom was very well done. The 2 characters really stood out there, and the stakes were high. Betty, getting in a car accident is a very high stakes personal story also. I wish it resolved. I guess is it's kind of lame that's cut off mid issue in this, but it was still really good, and I will probably read the next one whenever the 3rd Varsity edition comes out. I don't know how much longer. I know that Mark Waid gets off the book. I believe it'll be in the next volume. So I'm not sure what I'd think about continuing the series after that. The woke moment does bother me. I think I hope they don't have more of that in volume 3, but I'm not holding my breath. Would I get it if it was full price? Don't know. But I still enjoyed it. This is still probably like a 7.5 out of 10, which is solid. And the first volume was a little bit better, a little bit more compelling, but this still held up pretty decently. All right, hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon.